Good morning. It is Saturday morning and I am out checking out the garden. This is my squash here. I see those flowers finally open. I've gotten a few squash off here, but the flowers haven't been opening up like they are now. And I got some pollinators in there. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, we got something in there. Striped it like a bee, but it don't look like a bee. I don't know what that is. It probably is. Let's see what else is in here flying around. Yep, see all the flowers? Pollinators have found them. Oh, we got something going over there. I don't know what that is. All kind of insects in here. But there is squash. And I can't believe how big it's bloomed out. I've got squash hanging off the side here, look, see? There's squash all down in there. Moving along. Now these tomatoes have filled out so much more than I thought they were. These are the heirloom homestead tomatoes, this is what they're called. They're a bush style tomato. And I'm not used to growing a bush style tomato, I don't guess. They don't grow up, they kind of grow out. I mean, that's a 4x8 bed. I've got 3 tomato plants in there. And all you can pretty much see is tomatoes. Now I got some peppers in here. Here's my bell peppers. I don't know if there's any on this guy. Oop, it just fell off. Yep. Will not touch him so much. Let's see here. There's more bell peppers in here. But the tomatoes are doing good. I'm getting worms. I'm having to come out every day and mash worms. And look at my plant right here where it's mashed. This part of the plant, I don't know if it's going to live because it looks like it's breaking apart. But I'm getting, oh, there's a group of tomatoes here. But I'm getting these little gray worms and having to come out and mash them little suckers. And that's okay. They get a little bit to eat and then they die. So that's what's going on. I wanted to show you more with the peppers, but I just couldn't believe how well the squash is bloomed out, and the leaves are just enormous. And even over here at the zucchini, and we got a stink bug. We ain't gonna mess with him. He ain't hurt nothing. But even with the zucchini, I've been harvesting zucchini all week. See, there's some zucchini right there. But man, look at these plants. Isn't that awesome? I've got 6 plants. Well, there's one that's ready too. Look at this guy here. Yeah, he's enormous. I was gonna wait a day or two on him. I found him yesterday, but I pulled 3 or 4 off of here yesterday, and so I'm getting bombarded with zucchinis. Or zucchini, that is. So here's another one. See that guy? All right. Yep, they're everywhere. You hear the chickens. The chickens seem to like the leaves off of these guys. There's a bell pepper. There's a little guy right there. But once again, you know, these 2 beds, and I'll show you, this one and this one, both same size, both same material, everything's done the same way, same plants, you know, 3 tomatoes, 3 tomatoes, 3 peppers, 3 peppers, 6 marigolds, 6 marigolds. Those over there want to just fill up with tomatoes, and over here it's like it's hard to get them going. And you see, I still have empty spaces on this side and on this side. But over there, I mean, it has completely taken over. And I've already lost that plant in the middle. I just showed you that one that was broke. I've already had 2 more break off of that same plant. And I actually put them in a pot, and one of them's growing. So, I don't know. We'll see what's going on with that. But that's them. And, you know, the last video I made was 2 weeks ago. I'd lost my voice last week, and I wanted to show y'all this, but I wasn't able to. So that's what's going on with these guys. And we'll move along, and I'll have to cut and add in some more once I get some more done. But here's the oranges again. You can see the oranges coming on the plants. That's the Chinese honey orange. And my Ponderosa lemon tree has a few. There's one lemon coming on right there. And I've got some more sprouting on here. Now, along this fence row, or I say fence row where the chickens are here, I planted the rattlesnake pole beans all the way across here. And you see what I get. That's it. I've replanted this twice. Nothing. That's what I get. So I don't know what's going on here. I grow stuff here, and this year it's just not growing, or them beans are bad. I don't know what's wrong with them, but I grow them across here, and now I've only got a very small section. That ain't going to be enough to make anything out of, you know? So I don't know if I want to till that up and add some compost to it. Maybe. I don't know yet. So moving along, we're going to go into this little garden area here, and I'll show you kind of what's going on. Let me see if I can get this gate open. So this is a small garden area, and I showed you before I've got cantaloupe. The cantaloupe's doing a little better now, but I went ahead and put this poly in here, and these were the drip system that I had on my camellias. And so camellias are okay without it now. They can get water for themselves, but I just decided to lay it out here and run a drip system on individual plants. So I don't know what that is, but those over there are the cantaloupe. Here we have winter and summer squash is what's out here. So the delicata squash, and I think that's a straight neck squash, because I have the crook neck in the bed. So, but that's what's going on out here with this. So if this stuff, now what I've done, you see we planted directly in the ground here. But this right here is a mix of fill dirt and mushroom compost that I had left over from doing the beds. And so we just kind of made little mounds around the plant with that, and that's kind of feeding them. So that should work out, and if all works out well, and it may or may not, but if it does, then this area will be blown up like that. So we'll give it some time, and if it doesn't work, well, that's fine. We'll pull it up and we'll start over. But I put down this plastic because I just didn't feel like weeding, and it gives a 4-foot space between the rows, which is more than enough. Now you see I have nothing in this row yet, and on the other side is what's left of my potatoes. I've got a few plants in here with all the weeds, but what happened was, and you can see there's one of my seed potatoes. But what happened was we had so much rain a few weeks ago, about a week or two ago. It flooded this area, and everything that was mounded up came down. And so I come out one day, and all I seen was my potatoes on top of the soil, and the sun was hitting them, and they were turning green, and it's like, uh-oh. So whatever plants had potatoes showing got pulled up and dug up. This looks like a mess down here now. So I'll probably, and I needed to go 2 more weeks with this whole garden of potatoes, and I wasn't able to. So I've got potatoes I pulled up. A lot of them are little tiny ones, but that's okay. I'll probably just go ahead and pull up the rest of these today and get this place turned under and get it ready for planting something else. So, all right, so here we are back at the container area again. Purple sweet potatoes doing good. Now in here, I've got, these are some mini bell tomatoes in this row here. And my plan is to put them in hangers and hang them off the porch. A few peppers. Looks like some stuff needs some water. Some different type of tomatoes in the back. I don't know what those are. I'm trying to see what I wrote down. some kind of pink heart tomatoes. That's what those is. That's what that one is back there in front of the tea plant. Over here, the moringa trees are growing good. Still just the 8, so those 2 are dud. Now here is tomato that broke off of my plant out there because they're getting so big and they're just breaking. I don't know. And that one as well. These 2 both came off the same plant. Stick them in dirt, they're doing great. Give them water, they're doing good. Will they make? I don't know. Okay, moving along. I got a poblano, another poblano over here. And back to my sweet potatoes. Doing pretty good in the containers. So, yeah, those are the ones that I started in the house. Now, I hear the neighbor's dog. Walk over here, see some blueberries. We've been picking these guys. Picking these blueberries every morning. I picked some this morning. Trying to beat the birds. Now, that's the neighbor's dog, Sadie. I've got some cucumbers I'm going to try in a container. And I haven't grown cucumbers in the container before, but the plan is, obviously, for it to grow up on this 6-foot chain link fence. So I've got 1, 2, 3 of these cucumbers, and I've got another one. Actually, I got a few in the back in the ground underwater, but I'm kind of anxious to see how well these do, if I can keep them moist enough and let them grow up on the fence line. So other than that, look at this blueberry bush is loaded. It's completely loaded. And once again, I don't know what species this is. My rabbit eyes have given up. Well, they're blooming back out. But the birds, man, the birds, they come and they just tear these rabbit eyes apart. This one too, look. No blueberries, all gone. These other bushes, they've all got blueberries. Everywhere. Ooh, got some bugs on them too. Get out there. So, all right, well, that's going to wrap this up. I just wanted to add on to the end of the video. And look, see that blueberry? Wasn't there this morning because I picked them this morning. So what you're seeing now came on today. These came today. So we got more blueberries for tomorrow morning's breakfast. Look at that. Okay. Look at that. See? Doesn't take long for them to turn. We just have to beat the birds to them. Okay, now, last but not least, here's my little chickens. They're getting so big. Those are the Buff Orpingtons. And then the gray ones, which, when they were little, we were told they were Barred Rocks. Guess what? They're not. They look like they're going to be Lavender Orpingtons. So, I don't know. They're solid gray. But, we got 10, and they're all doing great, and they're getting big, man. I tell you what. So they'll be going out to their enclosure soon in their run. And what do you think, guys? So if anybody else can identify this bird, if you see him, I guess they're going to be Lavender Orpingtons. That's it. That's my best guess. I don't know. They got black feet, so they told us we were getting Barred Rocks. But all right, guys. I'll let you go for now. We'll try to get another one out next week. Thanks.